Hello, I'm James Harvey, the professor of music theory at the College of Southern Nevada with 5-Minute Music Theory, here in this video to talk to you about major triads, or the major triad. This is the first of 4 types of triads which we will be learning about. And if you watch the overview video about triads, you know that a triad consists of 3 parts, a root, a third, and a fifth. And we're going to start with this major triad because it's pretty much the most common type of triad, very closely followed by the minor triad. So let's take, for example, a triad that has the root of C. We're going to use C as the example for all the types of triads. The distance from the root to the third in a major triad is always a major third. That's in fact what gives it its majorness, is that it is a major third. A major third above C is E, therefore the third in a C major triad is an E. It's always a major third from the root to the third. Now remember, it's not always going to be a literal third. It could be a simple interval equivalent of a third, just as long as when it's condensed into the octave it is a major third. Now the the distance between the root and the fifth is going to be a perfect fifth, and that's always going to be the case for a major triad. A perfect fifth above C is G. Therefore, in a C major triad, the fifth is going to be a G. And that makes a triad which is spelled C-E-G. Let's go ahead and write it here on the staff line, and let's play it over here. That's a C major triad. It's nice and bright and happy sounding. Every major triad has this construction, so it's best that you commit this to memory as quickly as possible. We have enough time to do a couple of others. Let's do one with a flat and one with a sharp. How about let's build a B-flat major triad. So the first step is, well, we've figured out the root is B-flat, and then from B-flat we need to go up a major third. From B-flat to D is a major third. There's our third. And then a perfect fifth is up to F. B-flat D-F is a B-flat major triad. And then one with sharps. It really is this easy once you get this figured out. You just need to remember these distances. A quick word of warning, though. I always tell my students this. A lot of music theory students learn their triads by thinking them as stacked thirds. And what I mean by that is that it's a third from the root to the third, and then it's also a third from the third to the fifth. I think that's a little bit dangerous to do that. So I recommend that you just relate everything to the root. And if you just trust me, it's going to make things easier in the long run. So let's try something that has some sharps. Let's do an F sharp major. We're going to have a lot of sharps here. F sharp, and then A sharp is a major third above that, and C sharp. Now let me show you something that's a little quick trick also if you know your scales. And if you watched my video on the major scale method, this is similar to that, except we're dealing with triads instead of seventh chords. So if we look at an F sharp major scale, which has a bunch of sharps, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, B is actually natural, C sharp, D sharp, and then E is sharp, F sharp. A lot of sharps, everything except for B pretty much. So if we look at the first scale degree, the third scale degree, and the fifth scale degree, here, here, and here, that should spell a major triad. That's going to be an F sharp major triad. So if you know your keys really well, then you can actually figure these major triads out pretty quickly by just finding 1, 3, and 5. The same thing is going to happen in minor, where if you have a minor key, 1, 3, 5 is going to make up that minor triad. If you don't want to do that, then don't. Go ahead and follow this method that I showed you earlier in the video, where you're calculating the intervals. Major third, perfect fifth is the construction of a major triad, and really that's it. It's as easy as that. Thank you.